No.
toast and jam.
Why is yours light?
I'm number one.
Number one in your book.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm fucking loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Ah, see, never take me alive, copper. Meow, meow. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Me.
Once there was this boy who couldn't sleep at night.
Oh, for the Lord of the heaven above. Lord from the heaven above.
And now, from Arizona Studios, it's two schmucks and a mic.
You may be seated.
Also with him.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Or
tonight we
you,
have a
something.
special guest with us. We have Dr. Sphincter here.
Dr. Spinker.
He's
He's
here
got
to
one brown eye.
walk you through your circumstances.
All right then. Welcome back.
I'm locked up.
It's part two of
Part
partying.
one.
We're partying. We're telling stories about fucking partying. And I'm going to start off with one story, and we're just going to roll, see what the fuck happens. Let's talk about the time I pissed on a young black boy.
Sounds racist.
Newport, well, he was black. I didn't make the call.
Why can't he just be anybody you pissed on?
Well, let's try it. Let's try it this.
I will get shot in the studio one day.
He was the one that was walking underneath me. So anyhow, I'm on a balcony in Newport News, Virginia, drinking, and
Of course.
I really had to pee. What a great idea I had. Let's piss off the balcony. So we pee off the balcony, and apparently I pissed on a kid. Happened to be black. So that's my story. I wound up... well, here's what happened. After all
Golden
that
showers.
went down, literally, we get a knock on the door. Security comes up and says, you have to fucking leave. So, okay. So my buddy and me, we get down. And now I'm underage. I'm only 19 or 20 in the Navy. So getting caught doing this is bad. Yeah. So we get down there, and there's the mom and the son in the lobby waiting for us. So she proceeds to yell at me, and then she slaps me in the face, and I was like,
How'd they know it was you?
I came down.
Oh,
I was leaving. They said you got to go. Obviously, slaps me in the face. I did nothing but accept the slap because I deserved it, and I proceeded to walk the fuck out of there. And once I got out to the corner, we see two cop cars come rolling up. And I turned the corner immediately and got the fuck out of there. Quick. And that's my story about being a little black boy. Little black boy. Sorry, little black boy. Hope you grow up and weren't traumatized. I got shit on by a bird. Kind of the same thing.
Maybe that
Horrible and from above.
I heard it's good luck to be shit on by a bird, though.
You might want to speak in that microphone if you want to be heard.
My grandma used to step in horse shit for good luck.
I thought it was good luck to be shit on by a bird.
Who told you this?
I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of myth or something, but
Two girls
heard
in a
it's good
cup
luck
told
to
her.
be shit on by a bird. Not sure why.
What about an Asian? Is it good luck to be shit on by an Asian?
If they have a sideways butthole.
Scat porn. I was in fucking, I think it was Tijuana. It was either Tijuana or Nogales. It was one of them fucking shitholes.
Crack whore
Right.
place. Yeah.
That's a real nice place. A lot of 5-star hotels.
Fucking wasted on tequila. Was taking 20
Mexico?
plus shots.
Very
at
shocking.
At this fucking nightclub. So the next thing you know, I'm on the bar dancing with a sombrero on my head.
And your pants down on your ankles.
They weren't down, but
Roofied out.
they give the sombrero to the the drunkest fucking guy in the place. So I got it on my head, and there's hundreds of people in this place. It's fucking loud. You know Mexico. Loud, bumping music. You don't know what the fuck is going on, right?
Chili dogs everywhere.
I woke up the next morning in the bathroom hugging the toilet with shit and flies all around me.
Nice. And that's why you have one kidney.
And I threw up. Dude, I met this fucking guy from Syracuse down in fucking I think it was Tijuana. I met this guy from Syracuse. We're sitting at the bar and we're talking about like my hometown. I look at him, I look at the bartender, I look at the tip jar, and I puked.
In the jar?
All in his jar, all of his money. I'm sitting there trying to pull it out, dumping shit out. He's like, nah,
pull
dude.
out.
He's like, that's okay. And then my buddy got stabbed. What's up?
So that sounds wonderful.
Oh, it was a great time.
Very nice ending to the story. Nice
tell us
little.
Well, if you go to Mexico, you're
flesh
going to get
wound.
stabbed.
It's a good thing. One time I got really fucked up on some tequila and decided to eat the worm. And
How'd that go?
Well, it ended up being I had 48 carrots in my fridge, and that was it. And so I was hungry at like I don't know what a.m. it was, but I started
Exactly 48 carats.
48.
You counted.
Because it was a pack of 48, and I had not opened it
Oh,
yet.
fair enough.
But I proceeded to eat majority of those carrots, being that fucked up for some odd reason.
It's a lot of carrots.
The color.
Is that why your eyesight's so good from that night?
It is excellent. I can see fucking very
2010.
far.
through
See into the
things.
fucking future. Give me those Powerball numbers.
So I had decided to just get obviously annihilated by doing that and then eating all the carrots. And then we decided to just hit the town after and go to a party or something. And that I ended up not really like being so coherent with, but I remember sitting down in the driveway or whatever. But we drove home in my friend's Mustang, and then I'm sitting there on the edge with my head just kind of hanging out like the side like of the car, just getting some, fresh Phoenix shitty air quality of maybe 4% oxygen.
A little
But,
bit of brake
if you're
dust.
lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good day.
Yeah. A little bit of fecal matter in the air, probably.
sounds
acidic
glorious.
Shit, fucking
Good
crap.
times.
But
Good times.
anyways,
Crack
so,
open a can of
so
Perrier.
we get to a stoplight, and I had just been like, my eyelids are fucking heavy as fuck, dude. I'm so fucking annihilated. And then this driver in the Suburban, he just like looks at me right in the eyes, and I'm just fucking half eyelid looking at him. And then my head's just
There was a connection.
there was a connection.
I love
we
connection.
had a little piece, and then he looks at me, and I look at him, and all of a sudden I just like started to have this little queasy feeling, and then he just like shook his head, and he knew something was coming for him, and I just fucking vomited all of those carrots all over the side of his car. And I don't know if you remember that toy when we were kids, you used to throw on the wall, and it would start fucking crawling down.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
sticky
yeah.
octopus guy. Yeah.
If you eat carrots and you fucking vomit those carrot shreddings
That's what it
out,
does.
dude, it fucking went all over this Suburban and literally creepy crawlers all down the side of his car. And this guy's just looking at me just like shaking his head like, fuck.
Was this here?
This is in Arizona.
You're lucky you didn't get shot.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
We had a gun in the car, a
Yeah,
shotgun,
well,
and a pistol and stuff, so we were
Assault
ready to
rifle,
shoot back
bombs.
for being an asshole.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, it was just like, I didn't get shot and everything was okay. He realized that he was, looking at a very intoxicated person. Probably not the best thing to do is to start shit with somebody like that who just literally looked at you and
It'll go
vomited
nowhere fast.
carrots
Yeah.
all over your fucking vehicle. So, but it was a great experience, and it was a story that I remember today, and I became very colorful since that day with
Orange. It became
with
orange.
the vitamin A content and the retin A and everything that had done good for my skin. I lost a lot of acne problems and everything.
looking
from
good.
that, so
Skin's looking creamy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, it's not pasty. at
Soft
all.
and creamy.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
My buddy and me, Mark Peterson, we were sitting in a 7-Eleven parking lot.
Oh,
after
that's
doing
fun.
some heavy drinking, right?
I did blow in a 7-Eleven parking lot. Of
course you did.
Off a CD, and I blew it all off because I started laughing. They weren't happy with me.
Well, I've never done coke, but I know what it smells like.
It's a hell of a drug.
But anyhow, we're sitting in this fucking old Ford truck that he had, and we're backed into the parking spot, and we have people right next to us. And the people right next to us, they're fucking going off, yelling and screaming at each other. all of a sudden the entry to the parking lot, this fucking car comes in, just screeching, comes right in, all 4 doors open, everybody jumps out, and these guys next to us, they all have bats.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this is going down, and we're just like high and drunk, and we're just eating, right, watching all this shit through the. So he comes. These guys run at the car with all their bats, and these other guys whip out guns. And we're just like, fucking, this is going down. This is fucking awesome. So these guys with the bats, they turn around and they dive right back in their car. They just dive. And then the other guys fucking screech out. And we just kind of look at each other and go, holy shit, that just happened.
Jill's screeching out.
You're leaving.
Yes, I have to go let my other dog out.
All right.
Go get the
Dog's
Great
out.
Dane,
Yeah.
would you please?
I am. I should. I need to go take them.
Yeah. Well, it was great for you to stop and by.
I appreciate you guys for having me today.
Thanks for coming on Two Schmucks and a Mic.
We're going to need you to sign the release.
Yeah. You can contact us at twoschmucksandamike.com or twoschmucksandamike at Gmail. At Gmail. We're on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
Hey, I already follow you guys on what is it, Facebook?
You don't even know.
Facebook. I follow you guys on Facebook. I don't have Twitter. I don't have all that.
You have to get a Twitter account so you do the polls. The polls are fun.
Okay. Well, I'll just bring my table out there.
That works.
Nice.
We can do a show.
All right. Appreciate that. All right. Bye.
While I'm getting a fucking massage. Hey, we're going to do a show while you're massaging me. I'm going to have the fucking mic.
Done.
on this table.
Well, tell everyone how great you are. But you have to prove it.
That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Jill, drive safe.
Done and done.
Alrighty, bye, guys.
See you, Jill.
When's the last time when you went to court
Last time I went to court
for drugs?
for drugs. 2000.
2000. You came out swimming,
Uh,
shiny, sparkling clean.
I got possession of a controlled substance not introduced to Congress.
What was that controlled substance?
Well, in the state of
Radon.
in the state of Nevada, they don't really like marijuana back in 1999, so they called
Assholes.
what is it, possession of a substance not introduced to Congress. That's my charge technically,
fuck
which
does that
was charged as a felony but dropped to a
Is she going to moon us?
misdemeanor. I can't even see. But they had, proceeded to take all my belongings and smash everything that I've owned. It was awesome.
It's a smash and grab.
It was a smash and grab. But Vegas is definitely not a place to get in trouble because I wouldn't recommend the, the sincerity of the enforcement.
I was drinking
Crooks.
wine
They're all crooks.
in August
That was me.
at about, I want to say 7 a.m. I was walking the strip drinking bottles of wine. Okay, probably had 2 bottles.
Sounds like you're not going to get in trouble at all.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't get in trouble. In fact, I was sleeping by 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I never woke up. Who's gone to Vegas on a Saturday night and missed everything? I did.
You did. Fantastic. I got pulled over. My buddy Mark and me were going to buy weed in Virginia. We got pulled over because they have this thing called a city sticker. I don't know if you dealt with that. In Virginia, on your front windshield, every year they make you put a different color sticker.
Yeah, we had that
you
in,
have to pay
in,
for it. It's
in
like
New
$10
York.
or
Yeah, it
whatever
was
the
like
fuck
an
it is.
inspection,
No, just
like a registration inspection tag.
yeah. So if the cop comes by and sees that your sticker's blue when
Yeah.
it's supposed to be yellow, they pull you over and give you a ticket.
Yeah,
And it generates money, for the state.
which they don't use.
Yeah.
They
So
put in their
anyhow,
pockets.
city sticker was out of date, so we get pulled over. On our way to buy weed, we haven't bought it yet. Back then, we always had a bowl ready to rock. Never know, never know when you're gonna come across someone with weed, so you gotta be ready. So, I'm in the passenger seat. My buddy Mark is getting interrogated by one cop. The cop on the other side comes over and starts interrogating me. He tells me to get out of the car. I'm like, no, I don't have to because I'm not driving. I don't need to show you my ID. I don't have to do anything because I'm not being pulled over.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here, right?
Yeah.
So he didn't like that. So he makes me get out. So I'm like, whatever. They're going to fucking make you get out. Sooner or later, you're going to do what they want.
How did he?
You know
Yeah.
what I
So why even argue?
So, I got out, and he searched me, and he found my bowl. And I just got it for Christmas, and I was upset. It was a Pink Floyd, and it had a chamber in it. And we always took weed and packed it in the chamber. Mm-hmm. And then when you smoke through it, all the tar collects on it. Mm-hmm. And then becomes sticky and even more wonderful. So that's like your hard times. Mm-hmm. So anyhow, I go to, they basically made it seem like they found a fucking gun and a pound of weed. I got one. And
a dead body in the trunk.
Make this big fucking deal out of an empty bowl with nothing in it. My paraphernalia, right? So I had to go to court like a month later. So I'm sweating bullets the whole fucking month. I go to court. I didn't have a attorney or nothing. They gave me an appointed attorney. I meet him when I get there. He's like, dude, don't worry about nothing. I got your back. I'm like, oh, we'll see. So we get up there. The cop that gave me all that shit was right next to me. You have to walk up to the judge. So we're all standing up there talking to the judge. They have my bowl in a bag labeled Exhibit A. Like I was on trial, like in a murder case. Like this was fucking beyond me.
What year was this?
90.
Weird.
90 something.
Things were lax back in the 90s.
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm up there.
Drugs were like so fucking like weed was like.
But it was a big deal back then. Like they had billboards that said, if you think it's dry now, wait till next month. Mm-hmm. That was sponsored by the sheriff because they were cracking down on marijuana back then, like it was some fucking big deal. So anyhow, I'm in there. They got this fucking
gateway to happiness.
Appointed attorney.
One day you're smoking a bowl, next
time
you got a needle in between your toes.
Cop read it. So he makes him read this rule that says what he did he can't do. So he's reading it out loud and he's stumbling over his words. He doesn't know what he's fucking saying. Long
Keep
story
banging
short.
It down, boys.
Yeah. Sorry. Long story short.
It's long.
Yeah. Long story short. I walked out of there.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Feeling like a good fella.
Yeah, you're right. You just dodged.
I just dodged a huge fucking bullet.
Yep.
The judge looked at me and he goes, son, today's your lucky day. Gavel down.
Boom.
And I fucking walked out of there, dude. And I swear to God, if everybody could have rose and clapped, they would have.
Oh, they were.
I could see
they were
their
deep
eyes.
down inside.
It's like, this son of a bitch fucking made it. And I walked out of there a free man. I was like, yeah.
Me and my buddy Eddie, I had just moved back to New York from Arizona. So what Chris is talking about, those tags on the window. Well, I had an 86 Lincoln Town Car black. Okay, this thing was mafiosa. Okay. They called it the Bambino. So me and Eddie were filming a homemade movie that day. Like we would film like mob movie, like just a fucking scene, right? Just funny shit. It was a 90-something. I forget what fucking year it was. So we're driving. We got wigs. We got a trench coat. We got guns, but they were toy guns. We have a knife. We have empty liquor bottles. We have a shark hook. Have you ever seen a shark hook? Like a gaff,
on
dude.
A pole?
You fucking go like this and you rip it up.
Oh shit.
We have that in the trunk. We have all this shit in the trunk, right? Briefcase. So we're driving, and a cop drives right by us. It's fucking one way. We're going this way. He's going that way. And I look in my rear view and I see him turn around. I'm like, oh fuck! It's because I don't have a front license plate, and I don't have any stickers on my fucking windshield because you don't need it here in Arizona.
Trunk's loaded with all
right?
kinds of incriminating
all
shit.
sorts of shit. No, dude, all sorts of shit.
Shovels and
Yeah,
ropes.
there was a shovel actually.
Nooses.
So-
and shit perfectly tied.
So I'm like, Eddie, I'm gonna lose this guy in the fucking neighborhood. So I turn into this neighborhood, and I'm sitting in there for a little bit, probably about 5 minutes. I'm sitting in there, right? We pull out. He's waiting for us. Boom! Fucking lights go on. I'm like, oh fuck. He comes in. He's like, can you guys get out of the car, please? And we're like, all right. He's like, can I search your car? We're like, you're gonna find some shit in here that you're gonna think's a little shady. But we're actors. We film stuff. He's like, all right. Opens the trunk, picks up the wig, looks at it. There's a black trench coat. It's going through it. sees the guns. They were toy guns, but the hook, the knife, empty bottles. He gave Eddie a seatbelt ticket. He said, "Go on your merry way."
Nice.
That's it.
It's a different world back then.
It was, dude. They
Yeah.
didn't fuck with you.
Yeah, dude, that shit happened to me. I bought a car with a crack pipe in it.
Yeah, well, I mean, why not?
Here in Arizona at the Auto Exchange 2 in Mesa.
Yeah.
I bought it was a fucking Toyota Corolla or
Crack
whatever.
pipe.
Old
Toyota
as
crack
shit.
pipe.
At
Yeah,
the fucking
Toyota something,
the
right?
jalopy jungle on McDowell.
I got pulled over in Scottsdale. I wasn't drinking, but I went to get beer. The guy pulls me over because I have long hair. I look fucking shady. Whatever. So he pulls me over to the parking lot. And he starts fucking asking me if he can go through my car. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
who cares?
Whatever. I got nothing to hide.
There's just a crack pipe.
So he fucking starts ripping shit up.
Yeah.
He really wants to find something on me.
Oh, yeah.
And he pulled the carpet up in the passenger seat, and in there, glued with all that spray sticky, is this fucking crack pipe. And he finds it, and he goes, "What the fuck is this?" I said, "Dude, I have had this car for 2 weeks."
Yeah.
I showed him the papers. I was like, "I just fucking bought this shit. I don't smoke crack.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy."
Yeah.
So he made me pick up the crack pipe and throw it away in a dumpster. What the fuck is stopping me from jumping in that dumpster and getting it back? But that was the extent of it. You know, he fucking...
Dude, it's nerve-wracking. When we were going up to Vegas for the Cirque du Soleil fucking mushroom deal that we never went to. Well, we got pulled over, and me and my buddy John went to jail, and my friend... Okay, John was driving, not smoking weed. Wasn't drinking, he was driving.
Yeah.
So we were responsible. I mean,
Yeah,
this was like
sounds-
2000, I think.
Someone's got to get you
Right?
there.
So we're going up there. Me and Rob are fucking stoned out of our minds. I'm playing guitar in the back seat like Bob Marley or some shit. All of a sudden, we're going through Sun City. Fucking lights come on. Get pulled over. Cops like, "I smell weed. Can you guys get out of the car, please?" Yeah. John gets arrested because he had a suspended license. Right? I get arrested because I'm high as fuck and there were mushrooms in my bag. Okay?
Bummer.
Rob is high as fuck, and they tell him to leave. He gets to go. He drives away with his lights off. Totally fucking shit-faced, right? So we see him driving away with no lights. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I had to do this task program. I had to call this program, and I had to color. And if it was fucking sage, I would have to go in and pee in front of some fucking bottle cap, four-eyed, fat fucking looking fuck who'd look at me through the window, pee. Oh, my God. They'd look at you right through the fucking window. So you give them a little show.
I like to beat off right in front of him.
Yeah. So then I had to go to this fucking, yeah, right? You're like, oh. So then I had to go to this fucking program and talk with people, other people that are in for weed. So
You came out with a graduation and heroin.
no, but listen, the fucking guy said, you'll all be back here again. This is what he fucking said.
Inspiration.
No, you, buddy.
He says, you'll all be back here again, unfortunately. I look, I'm like, I'm never fucking coming back here, dude. And he's like, okay, that's good. I'm like, yeah. 3 weeks later, I'm driving to my buddy's house. I got weed in the fucking car. Okay. It's hash. It's really fine.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I have a bowl. Pull out of this cop was in my neighborhood. Pull out, puts his fucking lights on. I'm like, motherfucker, I'm fucked. I'm
Yeah.
going back. So the cop comes up. He's like, you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, no. He's like, you don't have insurance. I'm like, oh, it lapsed? He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh. So he goes,
Lapsed a year?
Yeah.
Really?
he goes back to his car. I'm like, I got to get rid of this shit. I'm fucking paranoid. Because another cop shows up.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? They know something. So I take that shit. I don't know how, and I'm being honest with you. I take it. It was in like a little tiny plastic cup, and I fucking shake it alongside of the seat and the armrest down in there in the crevice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On like the side of the seat, and I rub it in, right? And I take the bowl, I roll my passenger window down, I look in my mirror, I fucking throw it like this. Because there was desert, like, on the other side of me. And the cup, too. Fucking, I just throw it. And the fucking guy comes back. And you see he was saying some shit. Dude, my heart's racing. Like I could barely talk. Like everything's in my throat. And he's like, all right. He's like, well, you got two options. He's like, you can drive away and hope that no other cop is around and pulls you over, or you can leave your car here and walk home. I'm like, I'll just leave it here, officer. He's like, good choice. Because my house was like 5 minutes away. He pulled me right when I pulled out, pretty much. So that's what I did, and I called my buddy John up. I'm like, dude, you got to come get me. We got to get high as fuck tonight. I'm strung out right now. You don't know what just happened. I almost went back.
Dude, I got pulled over in Missouri. I was living in Missouri. Oh, Missouri, the Ozarks. Just bought a bag of weed from work. That's because when you work in restaurants, you buy it from friends at work. So shift's over, right? And I get my bag of weed, and I hop in my car, and I'm driving home. Apparently, someone in the exact same car was stealing car stereos.
Oh, man.
So they're like, hey, there's the car.
He is.
We're going to pull it over.
You fucking poor
I just got
sap.
done making orange cranberry muffins. All right? And I had him right next to me, right? So when I pull over, I hit the brakes, and the fucking container falls on the floor.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. So I fucking lock it. I bend over to the side and pick him up, and I put him back down. This guy notices that
You're
I fucking
moving.
moved to the side.
That's exactly what I was hoping they wouldn't see.
And he asked me, he goes, how come you moved to the side?
Yeah.
And I said, well, my muffins fell on the floor.
Your fucking sciatic nerve was acting up.
So, but what I did do is I took my bag of weed and I shoved it all the way up underneath my car stereo. You know, that you can go underneath the whole compartment, and I put it on top under there.
It was a great hiding space back in the day when you used to have CD players and shit.
Fuck yeah, dude. So he's like, well, you mind if I search your car? I'm like, well, you're probably going to anyhow. So I'll just fucking give it to you. So I got out of the car, and he was in there for some time. And he was working it, dude. He got up in there. He was up in there where it was, and he didn't find it. Yeah. I was sweating fucking bullets. Still got arrested for my license being expired.
Yeah.
Because I had a Virginia license. And
motherfuckers.
Because I just drove from Virginia. Mm-hmm. So I had this Virginia license. Back in Virginia, the car that I had, I traded it to my boss for my truck. So we swapped vehicles. He wanted the truck because we ran a radiator business. And he wanted to haul radiators to back and forth, so we needed a truck. So he comes up to me and says, hey, I got this car. It's a Pontiac Grand Prix with a rebuilt 350. I'm like, yeah. I says, I'll just even Steven do that. So what happened was my truck was used in a bank or a 7-Eleven robbery. It was still in my name. He didn't even take it out of my name.
Oh, Jesus.
So someone fucking went and robbed 7-Eleven in my car with my name on it, and now I just got pulled over, and he ran my name, and it came up hot, so I went in, and I had to get bailed out. And all that stupid shit.
I sold a car
this is like poor people problems.
Friend like that, and he didn't fucking switch the name over and got the car impounded and shit. Like,
oh God!
I had to pick it up because it was still in my name and shit. It was fucking ridiculous,
dude.
Actually, I got pulled over another time in the pavilions. Well, I had been followed from Hayden and Thomas by a cop, and he literally was just following us. We came from a friend's house, I guess, or whatever, that was being watched or something by police or some shit. So I'm like driving back, and I noticed that this cop is fucking following me for miles and miles, and I'm like, what the fuck? So, you know, back, like, he's a Scottsdale police officer or whatever. So you get to, is it not doing it?
No, this is you're in the middle. So when if you don't see stuff like that, then
so basically he was a Scottsdale police officer, and then he was following like my car, and so then like from Hayden and Thomas. So I just kept cruising down Hayden. I noticed him following me, so I'm like, I'm gonna make a right on Indian Bend. I'm gonna head towards the Indian Reservation, right?
Yeah.
Because they can't technically pull you over unless they're in pursuit. So right when I crossed fucking Pima Road, which is right the barrier,
that fucking cocksucker was
throws his lights on, right? And then he goes and he
oh my God.
So he puts his lights on, fucking like he's in pursuit, pulls me over right in the middle of the intersection. So right when I, pull over, I'm on the Indian Reservation now, technically, but he had pulled me over, in the intersection, so he could still be in pursuit to pull me over, right?
Okay.
And then like back in the day, like I was young and we used to, I had like when I was 18, I had like probably about 30 guns. You know, I was like a gun freak. We'd go shooting. Back in Rio Verde, you could go out in the desert and you could literally go take your car out there and go shooting and shit. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like
Yeah, that's what we do with our guns.
It was fucking awesome.
out in
So
the
we'd
desert.
we would literally we'd go drive and we'd go fucking set up targets. We'd be shooting in and out of the car, you know, type shit. So my car had all these shell casings. My car had all these shell casings from shooting the AK-47 out of the car. And so what happens is the shell casings would shoot forward and then they would go in the dash where the windshield wipers are. So in the windshield wiper area, I had probably about like 50 shells of AK-47s. And then I had some rifled slugs from fucking shotgun shells like all on the top and then like on the console. And so this cop pulls me over and he's just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, are you guys hunting bear or what the fuck are you guys doing and where you come from and this and that? Or like, and I'm with two of my friends. One of them's on 2 hits of Looney Tune acid.
Nice.
and then the other one is drunk as fuck with a 6-pack of beer right in front of him. Okay, so they take my they come up to my car and I had a gun in the car at the time, of course, but it was in a slip-on holster. And they don't like slip-on holsters a lot. Technically, they're legal. You can have them. But what he did was he asked me if I had any guns in the car. So I said yes. And he
Always
said,
say yes.
And I said where the gun was, and it was underneath my seat. So what he did was he said okay. And before he even did anything, he took me out of the car and put me in handcuffs, which I didn't even do anything wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So took me out of the car, put me in handcuffs, and then puts me in the back of the car. My 2 friends are sitting there yelling at him like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I think that's procedure though.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
for safety.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. I don't know. Whatever. So I got put in the back, and then he goes in my car, and then he goes underneath the seat and pulls out the gun out of the slip-on holster. So he takes it out of the slip-on holster and puts it on top of my car. And he says, there's no holster. And then 2 of my friends are yelling at him saying, you just pulled it out of the holster. You just pulled it out of the holster. And so he's like, I don't see a holster. And then so then they're like sitting there yelling at him, and then finally like puts the holster on top or whatever and says that the gun wasn't in the holster. So then I'm in the back. So now I have basically a concealed weapons charge.
Oh, Jesus.
Right? So my 2 friends are out there and they're getting questioned. The one's on Looney Tune acid, and he's like, you look really fucked up. He's like, are you on something? He's like, or you just have allergies or something? He goes, yeah, allergies. And he goes, well, he goes, what are you allergic to? He goes, the sun and grass. And he goes, well, it's 4 a.m., so must be the grass then, right? He's all, yeah. And then my other friend's drunk, and he takes the fucking beer from my front seat of the car. We're 18 years old, mind you. We can't even have beer. Takes the fucking beer, takes me to jail. I go to jail.
Oh, that's where you belong.
And
Yeah, look at you.
yeah. Well,
You're a criminal.
well, somebody has to support all these websites.
Exactly.
So, anyway, so
There's a lot of them out there.
I go to jail, and then he fucking lets the dude with 2 hits of Looney Tune acid drive my car home.
Of course.
Oh, that makes sense.
My buddy drove home with no lights.
And then listen, so then I'm sitting there, I'm in jail. I get 1 phone call after I get OR'd in the morning or whatever, right after getting 7,000 fingerprints and fucking like sitting next to a crackhead. And
Yeah, like
shit
you
all
just
night.
murdered a whole fucking village.
Seriously. And so then so I get picked up. My friend, I'm walking from the jail because I didn't want to be anywhere near there. So I'm already walking. This is like Indian school in like 75th or whatever. So I'm down by an Indian school at that point. I'm walking, and finally my friend comes, gets me. And he picks me up, and then fucking I get in the car, and there's a fucking joint right there on my fucking, like, right in the console. Like, the guy, they ripped my car apart.
And they left the joint for you?
And the joint was right there. You didn't even see it. It was like right in the.
Oh, no, they saw it. They left it for you.
They knew you'd need it.
Yeah. Exactly. It was a,
It was fucking ridiculous. But so I ended up having to go to concealed. Back then, you could get that charge wiped off by going to a concealed weapons class.
they don't even have that anymore. You can carry a gun
I
wherever the
know.
fuck you
Well,
want.
that's what I'm saying. Laws were different back then.
Yeah.
They just fucking shit was just ass backwards. You know, like weed, everything. Like it was fucking just silly.
Those fucking Clintons.
Yeah. So, but that was fucking interesting.
I woke up to gunshots in the house. I'm fucking sleeping there, and I hear bang, 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 bang. I'm like, what the fuck? I was living with my buddy over in Ahwatukee. So I'm get, yeah, dude, I get out of the bedroom real slow, and I hear it. It's going again. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I go around the corner. My two buddies are laying on their stomach, shooting a fucking 22 from his family room outside into his backyard. He's got the sliding glass door like cracked open, and they're shooting through the fucking crack.
My God.
So I look at him like, could you guys please keep the noise down? I'm trying to sleep.
Trying to fucking sleep over here.
I mean, fucking gunshots? Come on.
You just turn up the music real loud. 22s you could shoot in the house.
Yeah.
Easy. You just put a little phone books and stuff.
It's like a BB gun.
Yeah.
A little more juice.
It's a
Turn
fun
the
It's
music
actually
up.
one of my favorite guns.
Great
'cause they're just
practice.
fun to shoot.
Little 10-22
Yeah.
Ruger. Put
When
a
I-
little Hellfire Storm on there.
When I was in the Navy, we used to go to this club called the Abyss, and the Abyss, we would close it. We closed it this one night. It was fucking like, I don't know, 3 a.m. And the parking lot we parked in was across the street, and we all go to the car. It was like 4 of us. My buddy was driving. All of a sudden, I see this little red dot on his head, on the side of his head from the window. I'm like, what the fuck is this bouncing? And then I look over, and there's a bunch of Asian kids from high school. They're high schoolers, a big group of them. One's got a gun, and he just says, give me the money. And we all look at him, and we go, are you fucking stupid? We just closed a club. We ain't got no money. We're fucking broke. So we get out of the car because we're dumb, right? And we're fucking think we're tough because we're in the military. We get out of the car, and this guy's shaking. We figured he was either going to shoot a long time ago, and he just wanted to show off his gun. So we get out there, and my buddy has $1, and he holds out the $1 and goes, here's your fucking money. Come and get it. And the guy actually tried to fucking get it. But the whole thing wound up with these kids running away, and we started chasing them, right? So they run to their car. We hop back in our car, and all I remember is we turned the car on, and we had Slayer going. So it was immediately aggressive, right? It got more intense. So we
Like
got
my
this-
401k.
Oh, absolutely. So we're bam, 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 fucking heavy metal, chasing them, and it was like out of a movie, dude. It was like running red lights, running stop signs. It's fucking super late, so it wasn't a lot of traffic. Hauling ass. We both wound up sliding through a fucking intersection and ran into a building, but our car wouldn't start. So their car did, and they backed up and ran away. So the cops come, and they accused us of racing. And we're like, look, man, here's what happened. These fuckers, and people ran back to the bouncers at the Abyss Club, and they said these guys are holding us up at gunpoint. So the fucking story fit, and I don't even know if they even caught these guys, but it was like a few days of us like telling people, going to the police station and figuring shit out. Just another fucking stupid story. Nothing happens good after hours.
No.
Oh, a lot of shit happens.
You
Good.
know? It happens.
A lot of good things happen.
Well, maybe anal.
Yeah.
Maybe anal. Here's another one. When you said my heart was pounding,
Pounding.
I immediately thought of this. We're in my apartment, in our bedroom. There's probably like 10 of us. And we're smoking weed. Like we're passing a bong around and just blowing smoke. Again, I'm in the service. And my dumbass girlfriend at the time went to answer the front door, and it was a cop. No one knew what was going on. We're just in there fucking passing the bong around. I actually had the bong in my hand. She comes up to me, or opens the door and pokes her head and says, Chris, there's a cop here to see you. And I was blowing smoke out. I was like, what? I'm high, dude. I'm so high. And I never put my wallet in a spot. I had it in my pants. And then I would take my pants off and I would change my clothes. So my wallet with my ID was somewhere on the floor in a sea of clothes. You know what I mean? So first thing the cop wants is my ID. And I'm high as shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? He's got his flashlight in the room coming through. And you can see all the smoke going through the beam of light. Like, this dude knew what was up. He knew. He had to know. So I finally find my military ID, walk out to the front room, and I show it to this guy, and my heart is fucking, I'm like, I'm done. I'm fucking done. I'm going down. My dad, whole family's going to be disappointed. Shame my family, you know.
Shamed them.
Shamed them. And the whole thing was we had the radio on too loud, and someone had a noise complaint. So he goes, "You're in the Navy?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, someone called because there was a noise complaint. He says, I just want you to turn that down." That was the end of it. I about shit my fucking pants. I sat at the table when I was done with my hands on my head. Just the anxiety just fucking flowed over me. I couldn't believe I didn't go to jail.
Me and my buddies pulled in the 7-Eleven and pulled out a Def Leppard CD and started pouring a little cocaine on it. Okay? Right? We're doing a little cocaine, getting a little crazy. Just back home. Everyone's passing it around. I think there was 4 of us. It gets to me, I'm going down to do a fucking bump, and my buddy fucking said something hilarious. Fucking blew the coke everywhere.
Oh, no.
I felt horrible.
He made it rain.
Dude, they were mad. They were fucking genuinely mad at me. But they didn't.
Coke at.
They didn't. No.
They didn't care.
No, they didn't act like it.
Funny anymore.
They didn't act like it though. Like, but you knew, because everyone was silent for a little bit.
It's like, what the fuck did you just do to
And
my
it was
future?
it was gone. Gone.
The party's gone.
It,
Blew the party away.
it continued. It just in other ways.
It was in Vegas. There was this club called Club Utopia, and it burned to the ground because it was a fucking bad place. But there was a cop. A cop used to work the front. He was a detective, and he'd work the front door with security and shit like that. And so one day we were leaving the club, and he's in a car. Like, he was like a total like slimy cop, dude. Like, really dirty. Like, he's in a car, like, doing a drug deal with this other guy, and they're smoking a joint, the cop and the other guy in this car, and they're like doing some deal, and they pop out of the car and they see I saw them like do everything, and my friends like right with me, so he sees that I see him, you know. So he gets out of the car with this guy, and he walks right to me, smoking this joint. And he's a fucking cop. He's wearing his badge and everything. And he hands me the joint. And I'm like, the fuck do I do?
Yeah, that's a weird...
Do I take the joint or do I not take the joint?
You smoke with them.
It's
so
compromising.
I took the joint. And I took it, and he's like, take it. And then he, like, had me walk. Because he knew that I saw what he had done, and he wanted to just have security. So he handed me shit, so this way he could have fucked me if he wanted
absolutely,
to.
yeah.
But he's like, all right, you're cool. Get the fuck out of here now, you know?
And then if you went and said something, they would drug test you, and this guy was on weed. He's lying.
Oh,
Yeah.
He was.
Cop knows what he's doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He was a slick motherfucker, dude. He was dealing like drugs outside of the club. The place got shut down because it was so fucking crooked. It got burnt down, but then they shut it down because it was like. It was back in the day when ecstasy was like insane.
Sammy the Bull.
Yeah.
And Sammy the Bull, all that shit,
Yeah.
like all those people and stuff, like, you know, all that shit. And it was.
I would like to think I'd be a crooked ass fucking cop. I'd be doing fucking shady deals on the side to let people off.
You gotta feed your family.
Have you seen?
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie The Lieutenant?
The Bad Lieutenant.
Bad Lieutenant.
Yeah.
With fucking.
What's his that fucking I know.
He was in the movie The Rock.
Yeah.
The fuck is his
It's
name?
the guy with the face.
No,
You
dude.
got no facial expression.
You need to check
his
out-
face looks like it's been burned.
Yeah,
Like, it has
you
no expression to it.
You need to check out Ray Donovan.
Ray Donovan.
Everyone needs to check Ray Donovan out.
Dude, have you seen Cocaine Cowboys?
That show is insane.
Dude, that is fucking nuts.
Yes.
There's a lot of fucking that whole class of cops. Every one of them went to jail, or at least 98%. It was like an astonishing amount of crooked
And that was
cops.
during the same time as George Young. Right?
Harvey Keitel.
Yeah.
Harvey Keitel.
Oh, Harvey from Pulp Fiction.
Good old
The
Harvey.
Wolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here to clean up the messes.
No,
So
but
do
that
you want to
bad.
know who won the game or no?
No, don't fucking say anything. I'm going to watch a game. So anyhow, the reason I was able to smoke all this weed and shit in
Don't
the
waste
Navy,
your- don't waste
in
your
the
time.
Navy,
Don't waste your time.
I was able to smoke all this weed because we had a guy. One thing they do in the military, at least
You're a fucking pothead.
duh. So
Where the fuck is it?
Jeez.
So you can take, it's different departments on a ship, okay? So I was in engineering department, and then there's divisions of that department. So they'll take people from different divisions and put them in other divisions to help, okay? So like the galley, people that are new, they'll pull 4 or 5 new people and they'll put them in the galley to do dishes and shit like that. So each department has things. Well, one of my friends, he went to urinalysis, where they
UA?
where they piss. He did the piss test. He was right there when you did it. So
Can
he
I
comes
cut-
up to my other friend.
Let me cut you off real quick.
Yeah,
Those fucking mics
yeah,
are nice.
they're real nice.
Dude, they're fucking nice.
They smell good.
Well, he's
They
like,
smell good.
his shit comes in super fucking
Oh,
Yeah,
dude.
have you noticed that?
We gotta be like right
You
here.
gotta hug those mics.
Look
Yeah,
at
like
him.
I'm
He's chilling.
talking.
He's all
Keep telling you to
relaxed
put it in
and
your
shit.
mouth.
I
I'm
know.
just over here chilling.
That's why I see you, and yours is like to your
Yeah.
face. Then I
Yeah.
look at my fucking sound, and I'm like, I sound like I'm
Just
fucking
class.
Just think of it as an EKG machine.
buried in a tunnel.
Right? KG, what is it called? EKG?
EKG,
Yeah,
The
like a
paddles.
fucking heart monitor.
heart monitor.
I told
It's a shame your stupid Apple computer can't operate these great
I
mics.
told this fucking lady today, hit me up with some fucking paddles.
Please.
Daddy's going down.
So this guy comes up and he's like, "Hey,
What the?
I got the greatest job ever." He said, "It's like the mouse guard and the cheese." He says, "We're fucking in." And we were in. We didn't have to worry about anything. So we just partied.
What do you mean, mouse guard and cheese?
Because you can smoke all the weed you want, and if you have to piss, he's going to be right there when you piss. He's going to make sure it doesn't fucking go through.
There it goes.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Systems.
It's a system.
Everyone
It's who
needs
you
one.
know.
It
It's
is.
the first thing I learned in the Navy. It's fucking who you know. You
It
can
is.
know everything, but if you don't know the right people, it's going to be a rough go.
I'll tell you what I know. We're going to have to cut this one out. We're coming up on 2 hours.
2 hours.
This is a 2-hour show, or is it 2 hours including the other one?
You just cut them up.
Hmm?
You cut them up. Make
No,
it,
this
and
is a
make
good one.
podcast.
We're gonna keep
I
this
think so.
Yeah.
I thought-
Well, go fuck yourself, Arizona.
so that's it. We should plug Brody. Scott Brody.
And we're here tonight because of
Brody
Samuel L.
Wells.
Jackson. We're here
You
because
got the
of
plugs.
Morgan
Let's do
Freeman
it.
and his eye bumps.
Yeah, I'll plug Brandon, and you plug Scott Brody, the heart of the operation.
Brody Web Design is your expert in web design. Are you not?
Most
He's wicked expert.
Programming,
expertise.
right?
Yes.
Mobile apps,
Mobile apps.
SEO?
Kiosk.
kiosk
SEO,
now,
marketing.
video animation, and much more. Marketing.
Much more. 3D rendering.
If you don't go see this guy,
You're a fucking idiot.
you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
All right?
Pretty
And
much.
may God have mercy on your soul.
Brody Web Design.
If you want to be successful in life,
In life, go see Brody Web Design. Go to Brody Web Design. And if you want to listen to good music, go find Brent Westbrook on Amazon. Black Cloud.
or listen to some of our garage band soundtracks.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of
With
them. You can
Stevie
buy them
Nicks.
in the store. You can buy them in the store in a couple weeks, along with the blow-up dolls and the fucking
Yeah. We wouldn't have a store if it
the
wasn't
anal,
for
the
Brody
anal
Web Design.
stimulation. Yeah.
All right, we're done sucking his dick. Let's suck someone else. Brandon Van Valkenburg is my buddy, and I'm gonna suck his dick real quick. He's a husband, he's a father, firefighter, veteran, small business owner, and a patriotic American. God bless you.
It's a perfect person.
He's a fucking firefighter, you know, in Goodyear, Arizona, and on the side, he has his little business, and he makes these quality cornhole
Quilts.
sets.
Hey, can you make us a pro bono, buddy?
Yeah.
Pro bonos.
We're gonna need a pro bono cornhole set. So, and he does custom. You can find him on Instagram.
We'll model
at
them off for you.
BVANVALK1111. Check out some of his work, and you can check him out at retrocornhole.com, where he will slowly come up behind you, tuck your balls up, bend you over, and cornhole you ever so sweetly.
He
And
might even
you.
make you grab your ankles.
Yeah. if
And you
you're
can see
lucky.
some of his most stimulating work at pornhub.com/cornhole.
Get your cornhole on.